Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we dive once more into chaos, conquest and questionable decisions. Let's get started. Okay guys, I'm very excited about this second episode with our Castile series in Europa Universalis IV. In the last episode we took care of, a couple of things as the initial setup. We took care of the estates. We went over our subjects. We got our military in condition. We went over very briefly on our religion. I explained how important it is to us to increase or be able to increase stability very soon. We went over the decisions. We selected the mission tree. The ideas and technology, we didn't talk about that much since it is too early, basically. We went over a little bit on the trade. So that is important. We went through our economy, and for this episode we will continue with the initial setup. We'll finish that and we will start playing. So having taken care of that, of all that, I will start working on our diplomacy. So let's take a look. We are Castile, of course, and Galicia is part of our kingdom. We will try to get Navarra as part of our kingdom too, actually. Let's start, because this is a very particular thing that we have playing as Castile. We have the chance to get a personal union with Aragon and eventually be able to establish the limits of today's Spain. Spain today is basically, Castile, Galicia, Navarra, and Aragon, and Granada, right? Portugal is pretty much the same. So that's what we will try to do and try to accomplish. So let's see how everything works out, right? And for that, one first step is try to vassalize Navarra. That is my objective, my short-term objective. The thing is that I think that since we sent a diplomat to improve relations with the papal state, it's not possible to offer alliance, maybe. Oh yes, we can offer an alliance to Navarra, I think. Yes, military alliance. So we are allied to Navarra. And right now we have plus 99, or actually they have plus 99 opinion of us. So that is great, guys. So we want to vassalize Navarra, so then eventually be able to integrate them into our kingdom as part of Castile. The same with Aragon. Let's check how Aragon is looking at us. They have us as their rival, so that's not helpful. So I think we're not gonna be focusing on improving their opinion of us too much, since they see us as their rival. Let's consider Portugal. Okay, we must wait a day until we can send another offer. So we will try to be allies with Portugal, And then, let me see, France. Yes, France is another one that could be a very good ally to us. Austria, for some reason, they don't want to be our ally. And who are we going to rival and why? Well, of course, England. Why? Because they already see us as their rival. So that's going to be option number one. Option number two will be Morocco. Why? Because we will expand to North Africa. There is something that I really want, and that is this province. Why this province? Because of this. This province, it's a gold producing province. So we want that gold. And eventually, erase Morocco from North Africa. Because they usually create a lot of trouble in terms of, pirating or raiding and that sort of thing. So I think we will eventually try to take care of that. And then we will, like I said, try to unite what it is today, Spain. And then we will start to expand. And by expand, I mean colonize. We will try to colonize South and Western Africa. We will try to colonize, of course, the New World. That's a very important mission for us, an objective. And let's see. We will try to become a superpower. So let's see how everything works out for us. So, like I was saying, let's try to choose our rivals first. We can see here that England is rivaling us, so let's return the favor. So they are rivals now. Morocco is the other one, because it aligns with our future plans instead of in terms of expansion to Northern Africa. And here we have a decision to make. I think we will not be rivaling Portugal, of course. We want them as allies. Not to integrate, I think, but to don't have to be worried about our western border, and they can always be helpful in conflicts in the region and in America in the future. So yes, let's see. By the way, guys, if you like, please click that button, subscribe. A lot of new things coming to the channel, so that's the way to keep you posted. So yes, let's see who we choose for our third rival. I will be inclined to choose or Burgundy or Lithuania. I will go with Burgundy. I'm not interested, and I know there are a lot of YouTubers that really enjoy getting the personal union with Burgundy and all that, but it doesn't seem too realistic to me. History went on a different path, so we're trying to be as realistic as possible, as you already know. That's the way that I love to play these kind of games. So, having done that, let's go one day forward so we can actually start to get an alliance with Portugal and other countries. Okay, now it's a new day, and a new day. Well, we have an event, Capital Tax Code. The tax code for the capital is in need of updating this year. Given Enrique's education focus, this would be a great opportunity for them show what they know. Encourage him to be bold. And let us be conservative. We get a 20% tax modifier on Toledo. No, let's encourage him to be bold. Let's see how that works. Not very good, guys. Capital tax code rewrite results. In Enrique's eagerness to impress and show off their abilities, it appears that they've allowed the various factions in the realm to walk over them when creating the updated tax code. Generous exceptions have been given to varying businesses, influential figures, and other organizations within our capital in return for questionable and vague promises of support and loyalty. While we can fix that damage with time, for now, it appears we will be forced to honor these terms. Shit. Wow, Toledo gets minus 75% local tax modifier. Okay, this is going to hurt until 1449 for 5 years. Damn. Yes. And on top of that, the education progress. Remember that we sent our heir to educate himself. And yes, this is going to hurt that progress. This is a question coming due to the fact that we are using mods, specifically the expansion family mods. So yes, I am using a mod that changes vanilla idea groups. The struggle for Iberia. The Battle of Rio Salado had secured Christian hegemony over Iberia, pushing the remnants of Andalusia to the walls of Granada. Unfortunately, though, there is no opportunity to achieve a complete victory over them, as they remain under the protection of the Berbers in North Africa. Yes, I know. The people of Granada now stands as a tributary to our nation, but we stand divided thanks to internal politics. Yes. The Infantes of Aragon, influential relatives of Juan II, seek to only expand their domains, disregarding the interests of the crown. Álvaro de Luna, Castile's grandee, Grand Master of the Knights of Santiago, and Juan II's champion, has created a coalition of many lesser nobles and burghers to defend the crown from the Infantes. This has put Castile in a position close to a civil war. That's what I was referring to when I said Castile is a great and fun kingdom to play with, but we start with a lot of problems. What's worse is that the king's heir, Enrique, the Trastámara, has shown no interest in governing the country and is secluded in Castile's court, away from any dynastic politics. Should such an heir ascend to the throne without any experience, Castile is surely to plunge into civil war. Whatever the cost, we will reconquer Iberia from the Muslims. Yes, that is our goal. We're getting 10 prestige, so that's nice. We'll go to 18. We have 8, as you can see over here. And the Emirate of Granada may have been weakened in recent years, but should we declare war on them without proper casus belli, the North African Berber countries will aid them. Okay. Nice. And we gain the humiliate rival casus belli on all 3 of our rivals. Okay, now we can send a diplomat to offer an alliance to Portugal. Yes, it's very important to us that we are in good terms with Portugal. Once you send a diplomat to a country, kingdom, republic, whatever, you have to wait for a month until you can send another one or make another diplomacy action or take a diplomacy action with them. So that's important. And then we are allies with Navarra and we are allies with Portugal. And that is the three relations that we currently have. Because the third one is Galicia, which is our personal union or junior partner. Yes. We can have one more, and we will try to ally France tomorrow. Let's wait for that. Okay. Now we have France. Oh, we have no diplomats. Yes. Both of them are returning tomorrow they will return. Okay, now we have one. Ragusa entered the military alliance with Austria. We don't care that much. Siena entered a military alliance with Austria. That we don't care that much. And Lithuania entered a military alliance with Poland. Okay, that's like over here. So yeah, these two. We should keep an eye on that. And of course Austria, but they are making alliances with very small kingdoms, countries, or whatever. So yes, let's offer an alliance to France. This is a very important alliance. Why? Because we need like a big alliance. I mean, an alliance with a big and important country. Okay, so France is one of them. Another one is England. Another one is Austria. So being friends with France, it could be problematic at the beginning because they will be at war with England. But I mean, we can always choose to not to intervene, right? So let's continue playing. I think I'm not forgetting anything. Oh, yes, one important thing. The court. We have our king, we have our lousy heir, we have our queen, Maria de Trastámara. We assigned the focus on the administrative power on our last episode, and now we get the chance, since we have the loans from the burghers, now we have money. We have money. So let's use that money, especially to try to hire or recruit a worthy advisor. Military advisor would be the best. So in this case, we have these ones are not very good for us since they are very expensive. They are level 2, right? So we are trying to get a level 1 military advisor. This one gives us a regiment drill loss. It will decrease the loss when the regiment is drilling. It will decrease the loss that you will get by letting time go by on your drilling level. So you will lose less. This one is very good. Discipline is very important in combat mechanics. So I'm gonna go for the discipline. That is gonna be very good for our regiments, our army. Let's see if we have a Diplo advisor. We can get more burghers loyalty equilibrium. We can get more liberty desire. We can get less unjustified demands. We can improve relations faster. Or we can get more caravan power. A merchant that travels around the world in order to sell their goods. Cost to promote mercantilism, it decreases. Okay, caravan power is something that we could consider. Improve relations. I think that could be an option. That could be an option. Let's see. Probably. Let's go with improved relations. We all the time need to improve relations with other countries, kingdoms, republics, or whatever. Advisor, administrative advisor. What can we get here? More tax, nice. Clergy loyalty equilibrium, no thank you. Or more yearly prestige, I will go with the national tax. Okay, so now we have our powers with their respective advisor, okay? And we have a very respectable, acceptable power production every month. So we will increase this administrative power by 9 every month, this diplomatic power by 6, and this military power by 5. So that's important. Every month, right? So let's see. Let's continue. What do we have here? Florence entered a military alliance with Aragon. Okay, we need to keep an eye on this. Florence, where is Florence? Oh, over here, I think. No, this is Venice. Where's Florence? I guess it's easier if we do it like this. Over here. This one is Florence. They entered a military alliance with Aragon. Okay. And Austria entered a military alliance with Munich. Okay. Don't care. Let's take a look at these notifications. We can improve we can upgrade Center of Commerce. And I'm very interested in this particular because we can include León, Toledo, or Cadiz. And I'm going to upgrade Cadiz Center of Commerce or Center of Trade. Okay? So let's do that. We have the money. It's 200. Upgrading the Center of Trade. This is getting us more trade power. From where? From this node, the Sevilla node. Okay? Which is the most important for us. We will eventually be increasing also this Center of Trade and, of course, León and Burgos. But Burgos belongs to... Oh no, Burgos is also from the Sevilla, but a very small percentage. It's only 2.7% of the provinces, okay, of the power coming from the provinces. In this case, it's 3.5, so it's much bigger. But the biggest one is Sevilla. Sevilla, it represents 11.2% of the trade power. So let's go back to the political mode and continue. Rival announced. France have set Aragon as their rival, which is good for us because now we share the same rival. And it's a very close neighbor. Granada entered a military alliance with Morocco. Okay, I was expecting that. They will begin to form alliances, probably with Morocco and Tunis, I would say. Which makes sense. Hopefully, by the time that we need to start the war of the Reconquista of Granada, then they won't be in very good terms with their allies. We have a royal marriage offer from Navarra. Of course, I will say yes. So now we are increasing their opinion of us to 124, which is very nice. To make or do any diplomatic move with them, I need to wait until December 12, 1444. So, almost a month. Or a month from my previous action of asking them to join me in an alliance. So the next one will be to send some gifts. Let me see, where are economic actions? Here. We will send gifts. So when we can. But right now, everything is progressing well. They have a very good opinion, very high opinion of us. So I want to keep it that way. Okay, we had a couple of notifications. Poland, they had the event successor of Vladislav III. Okay, doesn't affect us too much. Oh, we have gained stop slave raids against Morocco since they are raiding our coasts. Told you so. They're very problematic. The vile pirates of Morocco have raided the coasts of Cadiz, Sevilla, and Huelva. These three provinces, so not very good. Their total loot was 552 sailors and 44 gold. Not very nice from them. Yes, and we have devastation. That it will be decreasing over time, every month. But yes, not very good. Not very good. From the union, wait, Lithuania became lesser partner in a personal union with Poland. Oh, nice. Well, nice for them, I mean. We will need to keep an eye on them. Let's continue. Let me move to speed 2. Okay. Flavour events, expanded memes. This is if we have like the fun events or more serious one, since, you know, in the spirit of keeping things as realistic as possible, I will go to no, I take myself very seriously. Granada, they tell us of support from Morocco. With our alliance with Morocco, they have been granted the genuine support of the Moroccan nobility. With their acts of kindness, our military is feeling reinvigorated and is ready to face the Christian invasion, should it now dare to come. It will come, guys. Be certain. Furthermore, the newly obtained funds will be instrumental in preparing defenses and expanding our forces. However, this comes at a cost. The Morocco expect us to become their vassals, and we must honor the agreement, should we survive a decade ahead of us. So Granada gets support from Morocco and in 25 years, given the following effects: yearly tax income, more combat ability of the infantry, and if Granada survives for at least 10 years, they will get an event to become a vassal of Morocco. Okay. We have a truce with Granada that expires in 1448. So sooner than that. And hopefully we will be able to, reconquer Granada for us. So, yes, let's continue, guys. Improvements in naval technology. There are claims that local fishermen have improved their ship designs. If we do a careful study of their ships and try building a copy, our best admirals believe that our naval technology will benefit a lot for the future. We can spare no expenses, then we will gain a little bit of inflation and 50 diplo power, or use caution, and we only are going to gain diplo power. Now, let's spare no expenses. I think, yes. We gained 50 diplo power. Very nice, guys. Okay. Aragon entered a military alliance with the Papal State. Oh, that's interesting, since they usually are not very Catholic. England is entered an alliance with Leinster. Austria entered an alliance with Ingolstadt. Okay, Biden okay. We always need to take, that's a recommendation. You always need to take a look at what is happening around the world, because, most of the events are not going to be very meaningful to you, but, some of them could be and will be. So, yes, that's my advice. Lithuania are no longer considered a great power. Okay, I'm sorry for Lithuania. I guess it has to do with the fact that they are now a junior partner of Poland. Our chancellor, okay, this is the Pope. We have decreased cost for development and more tolerance of heathens. Okay. Nice. I was expecting a royal marriage proposal from Portugal. Yes, of course I will accept. So now they like us very much. Plus 136. What about Navarra? Navarra 124. And we will try to go higher as soon as we can. Let me check on December 12th. So let's continue. Okay, Byzantium, confirmation of the Council of Florence event. And they will remain open to the support of the West. Okay. And Poland made an alliance with Byzantium. Okay. And gained 15 papal influence and royal marriage with Byzantium. Okay. It seems like defenders of Rome and Catholicism paid off for them. They went with Rome calls for aid. We will answer. They will answer. Okay. This is over here. Byzantium. And Poland. That is over here. Okay. I think they will be very grateful of that alliance. Okay. Bohemia have set Austria as their rival. And Brittany entered the military alliance with Aragon. Interesting. How is the France's opinion of us? Okay, plus 86. Nice. And that is, yes, because we have the same accepted religion. The fact that we have that we are Catholics and has a 10% enemy of my enemy, and we are in alliance. Okay, nice. Let's go to the December 12th. Muscovy. They had the event of Shemjaka's rebellion. Okay, I don't care that much. Let's go to 12th. Yes, now we can. Let's see. Tyrone entered a military alliance with England. And Burgundy entered a military alliance with England. Okay. They are getting their alliances, I mean England, with several countries, kingdom, republics, whatever, of this region, because they know that the war with France is inevitable. But now we can actually send a gift to Navarra. And we will send one with 25 gold that will give us 24 opinion. It's not worth to go more higher, since you can see now I'm giving 50 gold in exchange of 25. So this is a better deal for us. Yes, so now they like us 100 plus 148. Okay, and now we have to wait to January 13th. Again, we are very interested in increasing the opinion of Navarra, or actually Navarra's opinion of us, because we want to vassalize them, okay? So we need to do that fast, because otherwise they will become a junior partner of Aragon, and I don't want that. They tell us the Kingdom of Italy and the Empire. Okay, Austria. For years now, imperial authority over the Kingdom of Italy has been waning. Successive emperors have failed to impose their will on the Italian states, as they have begun to act with total disregard for imperial laws and customs. Unless the wayward nations of northern Italy are firmly reined in soon, Italy may slip out of imperial control forever. So the emperor can reign in Italian states by defeating them in any war, making them a free city, or by securing an alliance or strong relation with them. Okay. And this is what I don't like at all. And again, Morocco have raided the coasts of Murcia over here. Yeah. And even though I have my Cantabria fleet over here, but it seems like, yeah, not enough. Where is the Armada Real, the Royal Armada? Oh, over here. Okay. They can't be everywhere at the same time, so I guess, yeah. Tough luck for us. Let's continue, guys. We have gained the liberation casus belli against Poland. They are an aggressive power that has suppressed people long enough. They need to be forced to free the suppressed. Okay. This is because they are big enough, I guess. And the same with Lithuania. Oh, we lost the liberation casus belli since we gained that with Poland. Okay, makes sense. Okay, another month. Another day, another dollar. Okay, there's a new cardinal. Poland, let me check which is the date. January 13th. Okay. Declining power of the nobility. As both influential landowners and the traditional warrior class in our state, the nobility have not fared well lately. Through a combination of excessive infighting and poorly coordinated power plays, the nobility have lost influence in Toledo, and many have retired to their properties in the countryside. Interesting. The nobility state loses 10 influence, which is nice. It is currently at 77, so it will go down to 67. This is good for us, guys. Yeah, let's go to... Oh, one thing I wanted to do. Let's... Over here, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Relations, dynastic actions. Let's try to get a royal marriage from France. Yes, we can. Our relations have improved. That's great. Okay, now that we have our army, our infantry regiments recruited, we fulfilled one mission, our first mission, guys. We fulfilled our mission. Which mission? Prepare the Reconquista, which required, as you can remember from our last episode, we went over this, total army size at least 90% of the force limit. Now we are at 100% of the force limit, so this is very good. We may have been fighting the Moorish invaders since the 7th century, but we were never really able to fully kick them out of Iberia. With the remnants of the Andalusian people in Granada, our knights are ready to wage one final war to complete the Reconquista. So we will gain a permanent claim on Upper Andalusia area, which is this area where Granada is right now. And the event, the Reconquista forces happen. We will be given the choice between picking, okay, let's see. The Reconquista forces. Since the Battle of Navas de Tolosa, the military forces of the Iberian Peninsula, led by the kingdoms of Castile, Leon, and Navarra, Islam has not stopped retreating until barely surviving in a small redoubt to the south. The Nasrid kingdom of Granada managed to survive for 2 centuries thanks to skillful diplomacy that combined appeasement with the kings of Castile with a declared friendship with the kingdoms of North Africa. Clearly to hide from an inevitable fate, written from the moment the Christians crossed Sierra Morena and settled in the basin of Guadalquivir. The instability of the kingdom to which they pay tribute has allowed them to remain practically intact since the treaty that ratified their vassalage to the Crown of Castile, so they have not hesitated to find an opportunity to go beyond its borders and lay siege to the city of Algeciras. Such a defiance cannot be ignored. Many nobles and court advisors have declared that it is time to wipe out the last strongholds of Al-Andalus in the Iberian Peninsula. Our army and our fleet are now marching south to finally restore that kingdom that Rodrigo lost in that distant 711. God keep us in this last crusade. So we can choose here if we want more morale for the navy and ship durability, or more discipline and morale of armies. We will go with the discipline and morale of armies since the combat is basically a land and will be a land combat, okay? Yes, we have completed the mission. And I guess that with this fulfillment of our first mission, I think it's a good time to put a cut in here. We are over our 30-minute or 35 limit thresholds that I really and always try to be below. So, like I always say, guys, if you made it this far, thank you for sticking through the madness. If you enjoyed the episode, hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts or strategy tips, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. I will see you on the battlefield, strategists, and we will continue to work on the Reconquista. And hopefully on our next episode, we will go to war with Granada. We are doing everything we need to do in the process. We're getting stronger and we are doing all the rest of things needed for that. So, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.